As you know, I am Mahi. My grandmother told me a story once, and today I am going to share this story with you. The story is, why do bad things happen to me? So let's start. Riya often asked herself, why do bad things always happen to me? She was a kind hearted girl who always helped others, but it felt like life never rewarded her efforts. One day, Ria's bicycle broke down on her way to school. She had an important test that morning and she was already running late. As she pushed her bike along the road, the chain of thoughts in her mind weighed heavier than the bike itself. First, I lost my favorite book. Then I fell sick last week. And now this. Why me? She thought, tears forming in her eyes. While she stood at the side of the road, frustrated and teary eyed, an old man approached her. He was a street vendor selling roasted peanuts. Child, why are you crying? He asked gently. Ria poured out her troubles. It feels like everything bad happens to me. I try to be good, but nothing good comes my way. The old man smiled kindly and handed her a handful of peanuts. Let me tell you a story. He starts telling the story. Once there was a water carrier who had two pots. One was perfect, while the other had a crack. Each day, the carrier filled both pots with water and walked back to his house. But by the time he reached, the cracked pot was only half full. The perfect pot mocked the cracked pot, saying, You are useless. You spill water everywhere. The cracked pot felt ashamed and asked the water carrier to replace it. But the water carrier smiled and said, Look at the path we walk every day. On your side of the path, flowers bloom, while the other side is barren. I planted seeds there, knowing you would water them. The cracked pot was no longer ashamed. It realized that even its flaws served a purpose. The old man looked at Riya and said, Sometimes we don't see the bigger picture. Bad things may seem unfair, but they might be leading to something beautiful. Your broken bike may delay you today, but maybe it's keeping you safe from an accident. Life teaches us lessons, even when it feels unkind. Ria wiped her tears and thought deeply. Maybe the old man was right. She decided to stop focusing on why bad things happened and instead look for the hidden good in them. That day, Ria reached school late but found out the test was postponed. She smiled to herself, thinking about the cracked pot and the blooming flowers. So, friend, we got a beautiful message from this story. Bad things happen to everyone, but they often carry hidden blessings. Trust the process and remember, even a cracked pot can create a path full of flowers.